Bam's not here right now, so gonna get one in the ceremony room.
Surprise. And no longer AFK now.
Okay, so here we go. Game 1. The game's being a bit slow right now. Stream seems to be fine, but it's just a case of
what do you think?
a couple of connection issues on the game itself.
So now we're seeing a 2-2 meal with two people who have actually been on the 2-2 train. So now we get to see a lot more of exactly what 2-2 is capable of. 80% off just like 2 interactions. She's so good at just chasing you down and catching you.
I would say Mergas is one of the 2 people that I've seen some really good 2-2 gameplay coming from. The other person being SNES. But I've seen them 2 ditto this character quite often.
He's been the one that's really been on the 2-2 grind as far as I'm aware.
Okay. I can't believe I say quite often. Didn't mean to say quite often. I've seen quite a few sets from the couple of times I've seen them 2-2 ditto.
From as much as we've seen.
Man, I've seen how in sprint compression mode you can kind of just go up and down movie combos.
Oh yeah. Of course, neither of these players really daring to enter sprint compression mode, likely for fear of what happens if what you say is true and 2-2 is much easier to combo in sprint compression mode.
You go into compression mode, you're eating a lot of up airs.
Yep. And in this particular case, where both of these players are kind of just getting right up in each other's face, yeah, it's not exactly. It may not be the best idea to just go into compression mode, especially since they're just gonna up air you until it ends, and then you're just gonna leave.
It's all about weighing the risk versus the reward.
Little Loop Spooky doesn't choose to go for another up air, being so close to the platform. Get down there.
Mergas tried. Ooh.
He went for something, but I guess getting hit there was a sign that Perky was not coming back.
Indeed. If Mergas wanted to try and go up and secure the top, but it wasn't really necessary, so he just ate a tiny bit of extra damage for it. Probably not going to matter too much in the long run, but who knows?
Oh, well, it mattered there.
Yeah, quite possibly mattered there. Quite possibly could have meant he died there.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen it before where a tiny bit of percent has been the difference between life and death. For instance, I still remember a set between Azure and Flaming where Azure was pretty much at kill percent for Yuri's side B. Flaming lands it from center stage, but Azure ended up having one orb land on him, which gave him just enough healing with good DI to survive and then win the set.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's gotta be the worst case of highway robbery I've seen from the game. Wait, Flaming had won. Also, Mergas won in that game.
Mergas is the. Yes,
Mergas. In that set, Flaming had won. Flaming had won that game, but the game just said nah.
The game said no. And we're going right back into the extended 2-2 mirrors.
No one's saying anything right now, so I guess we're just going right back to the stage. Right back to extended. The main stage you see on FlashPoint is either this or Train. Then again, last week for some reason we just saw a whole bunch of Skydoll. Like just out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure the most used stage for that FlashPoint was Skydor.
Berkey is playing the aggressor a lot more here. He just has there's more opportunities, I guess, to get through Mergas' defenses and the ability to get around his offenses.
And this is just how making one mistake can screw you over entirely. Perky threw himself off stage once, got hit by the up tilt, and then Mergas capitalized.
A little bit too much. Yeah, a little bit too much fear there.
What's happening?
What's happening is he's getting booted.
He didn't miss much then. So the game on my end is having minor issues, but it's not too bad.
Just about even percent with that little confirm at. Well, no punish on the down tilt. Perky's got the up air set up. He's not going to get high enough to keep it going past 99%, but that's about all you need to start aiming for kill confirms. And now Mergas is just going to even it right back up.
Both of these guys are close to death here. You go away on this
closer positioning wise until the back throw. Just one good edge guard by either of these players. And now it's kind of just a battle for center stage, because as soon as you take that center stage, or just the back throw.
You did not need to nair into them like that.
Nor did you really need to just do a forward air from forward smash from a million miles away.
Yeah.
Up air instead of back air. He corrects his mistakes soon after. Uh-oh. Oh no. And here's the second edge of spring mode is
Perky managing to even things up, but Mergas soon after ranking up the percent a little more.
I'm gonna be hearing that nair sound in my nightmares.
Okay, right now it's just one of them going for one move and then the other going for it soon after.
Oh, with the up air. Yeah, another tiny mercy that you get with Tutu. Up air is actually a very thin hitbox. Like it's not actually very wide.
Yep.
Oh, but that one, some things don't need to be that wide to just boot you off the stage.
Oh yeah. And with that, Perky's on the board. 1-1.
Let's say I told you what might happen soon.
Button. Oh, okay. Getting right back into it. We have Marcus Holmes saying buff Tutu Nair. The uncontestable move.
Oh. Don't do this to me, please.
How would we buff Tutu Nair if we wanted to make it absolutely broken?
If you want to make it absolutely broken, you increase his power by 999%. And then just
either
make it
increase its power a bit, or make it something that doesn't send too far out with a little extra hit stun, make it into a combo move.
I think it's already got an okay angle for like low combo starting, but if you give, Here's an interesting buff that you could give it. Give it more hit stun.
Yep. That is what I said. Slightly less knockback, slightly more hit stun.
I guess I just didn't catch it completely.
Yeah, it's fine. Damn, but Perky's gonna catch that down air though. He's losing his first stock quite quick, but almost manages to respond right away. Mergas not gonna die to back air just yet though.
Goes for that check back air, but it's not. Just barely gonna whiff, and now Mergas has the forward throw. Momentum is on Mergas' side for now.
He
gets a little bit too caught up in it.
Yep. Sometimes you start feeling yourself a little too much, and then you end up getting humbled.
I'm gonna be real, like... see, it's things like that down air that I think sometimes platform fighters can just be so hard to commentate over, just because they can change at the drop of a coin. Like, if you... Like, a drop comp, like, you can punish drops so... like, smoothly and seamlessly, and then one second you've got just a neutral interaction like this, and then the next somebody gets hit and you don't know, and there's like a million reasons it could be. Like, that could have just been a mispositioning hit.
One moment you know what's going on, next moment, absolute chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows, maybe we're about to see another down there? Indeed we are.
Okay, that wasn't much of a maybe.
Yeah, that wasn't a maybe, I knew that was about to happen. That's game 3 going to Mergas.
That's 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
My god, they both ready up before all the spectators could even get back in here.
Yeah, Ball J's is kind of slow right now, I'm not sure what's happening, but things seem to be stable at the very least. And so, getting into game 4. Again, did Mergas just turn that round into look at me, this is my juggle now? Well, one thing I do know is he just up and went and said, this is my stock now. Up and went and said, I made that overly complicated, overly long. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. We have 2 2-2s on screen right now. A stock's already been taken before a minute's even gone by. It's the exact
fast-paced
ladies versus Breed.
2-2 is like the kind of character that, like, it's kind of weird when a rushdown character like 2-2 ends up getting all the hate, because watching 2-2, the matches can go by like in a blitz. There is no shortage of action.
Indeed.
But then at the same time, you are also watching the character that can just
do this to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You can do this to anyone on the cast.
You're seeing some of the most high action gameplay, at least in terms of the archetypes, that this game can offer, with the character that can just do it so often that you might just be getting tired of it already.
Oh yeah.
And or you've been on the receiving end of it, and every hit brings you pain. Yeah. Eventually you're just gonna get clipped by something like that.
Probably the easiest 2-frame in the game to land.
Because of course. We haven't seen Tina, but from what I've heard, this character is kind of like on, like, it's like top 1 is kind of between 2-2 Tina right now. It might Fox might still be in contention. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Something happened. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Flash Party's just being a bit laggy for me at times. Like, for the most part, 99% of the time the game's running smoothly. It's just menus and a rare bit of stuttering.
People talk about this game's netcode being like terrible, and it's not great, but it works surprisingly well for a game, that's as kind of niche as Flash Party can be.
Well, especially playing EU to NA doesn't feel too bad.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel horrible. It's just those, it just doesn't. Like,
Best we can say is it worked.
it works. I don't believe there's rollback though.
I gotta say though, while we've been rambling, Perky's been bringing this game back. Went 2 stocks down very quickly in this game, but it's taken a 180. This is very close now. Basically 80%.
That's the way of the rabbit.
Rabbit season.
Now there's Perky going for that hip check back, going for the hip check again. I'm just calling it the hip check whenever you go for that very like center of the body hitbox with back air.
Mega's trying to go for the up tilt into the down air. Back throw is not going to.
That would have been a painful punish to. That would have been a painful punish to lose the game too. I still do.
This could be it. It is.
Yep.
Megas is not able to make it back. We are going to game 5.
Ow. Punished by a parried down tilt. That's unfortunate.
Indeed. Since we're going to game 5,
Back
Megas
to the Fox.
is just saying, you know what? No more games. I am done. I am
No.
going to Fox. I am ending this. Perky is terrified, but who knows? Maybe he'll be able to. Maybe he'll be able to eke out a win. Now, I will say, even after the nerfs, we've seen this Fox do some disgusting things.
Oh no, Fox is definitely not bad by any means.
He's not a bad character. He's no longer top tier, but he is still nasty when he gets his stuff.
I would
Like,
still
when he
argue
gets to do what he wants to do, it is still disgusting.
I might argue that he's still top tier, just not in contention for, just maybe not in contention for top 1, but that's again arguable. This character is still really, really, really good, and Megas has still been playing him for so long.
No, indeed. But Megas is part of the reason I didn't realize at first that he really was nerfed. It wasn't until I actually played Fox a bit that I realized I'm not able to do what I want to do as much.
Yeah. Again, the big nerf being on that down tilt, which means which means it's either harder or now impossible to just do down tilt loops with forward air.
It's kind of a case if they made it slower to crowd down tilt.
Yeah. It's still on startup.
Yeah.
Perky just kind of dashing a little bit, trying to get Megas out of his
dashing
shield.
into his shield a couple of times before go for the grab.
Megas, what are you flailing around for? How did you miss that punish? Whatever.
Unfortunate. I mean, until that back air, Perky was keeping things relatively even. Like 100 and 128.
Well, Megas is looking to fix that.
Yeah,
Well, Megas is looking to fix
Perky,
that with haste.
Bit of nerfs
There's that-
there. Kind of shuddered. Wasn't able to
Not
make it
nerfed
back.
enough. There's that, because that's that forward air that we were talking about. That just kind of semi-spikes you at one of the most disgusting angles.
Oh yeah. And here's the mega special. Going for whatever he wants, and it's working.
Yeah, and
Perky
it's
finally
definitely a
fighting
lot.
back, getting the down air.
It's definitely a lot cooler now that you kind of have to try to actually follow up after the first couple of loops. Back air to the face. Oh, that was a nasty hitbox.
I mean,
And
Perky was keeping it even at first. Until he wasn't.
and then he got restocked. He was keeping it even, and then...
Is there such thing as a close free stock?